Me, Matt. Hi.
Good morning, everybody. It's Kat.
Hey, good morning. It is Sunday morning, April 30th, 2023, a very special day. Not only is it podcast day for you here on the 10th floor, but it is birthday podcast for me, Matt.
It is. Matthew's birthday was yesterday.
Oh my God. Yes, yesterday was my birthday.
Yep, it sure was.
37 whole years on this flying rock.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
37 years
The big
ago.
solar return, they say, back to the original positioning of the planet on the day that I was born.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, Ma. You love to tell everybody who asks, and and also people who don't ask. How long did it take, Ma? How long were you in labor with me?
Only 3 days.
Only 3 whole days.
3 days. That's it.
It's crazy because in 2023, oh my God, C-section, 2 hours into it, Oh gosh, yes. 3 days. They just don't do that anymore. And if we were citizens of Port Charles, then I would have been born on the side of a road or at the bottom of a ditch, or immediately sent to prison or something. Well, thank you, everybody, for your warm birthday wishes.
I swear to goodness, you guys, Matthew was in there. He had that umbilical cord in his hand. He was swinging like a monkey in there. He was not leaving.
Nope. I'm not going. You're going to have to pry me from this comfort.
He's a little bitty baby, too, the smallest of my 3 kids. 6 pound, 3 ounce baby comes out of there. I'm like, what in the heck are you doing?
That I don't know. I didn't want to come. But now that I'm here, I'm glad to be. The world is full of wonderful, wonderful things. It's full of sights to see and friends to make, conversations to have, and television shows to watch.
Yes.
Like General Hospital. I'm enjoying doing this, doing the podcast with my new microphone arm that I got for my birthday. It's not the most perfect setup in the world yet. Because, I'm not a professional, but this is nice. I feel good.
It's nice.
I feel free. I'm less worried about knocking it out in front of me.
Yes.
And I like how it sounds so far. Positioning's good.
Yeah. You could even have it completely out of the frame now if you chose to, and it'd be fine.
But then you wouldn't be able to hear me as well.
No. But mine's a little distance away. A little bit.
Well, you got to figure it out better than me. Anyway, Kelly says that I was just too darn comfy. And Kelly also says, don't hit me. So thanks, everybody. Let's keep the violence at home. We don't need it.
Kelly, did you get your mug? I sent it. Did it arrive? If it didn't arrive, it'll be there in the next couple of days.
Hopefully. I'm going to check that tracking number. Oh, and then Lee sent us his information. So thank you very much for that, Lee. We'll get you your mug sent out here in the next week. In the coming week. He's stateside, though, so that'll be much easier to handle. But hey, everybody, get out of that waiting room. Let's get onto the elevator. Okay, Kelly says not yet, but that's all right. It's a long way up to Canada, especially your part.
It has been sent.
We'll just check that tracking number. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, get out of that waiting room, folks. Let's get onto the elevator. Kelly, there's room for you. Chandra showed up for a second, but she had to get out of here. Lee, get on this elevator. Carolyn, Jeannie, Estee, Stephanie, hey everybody, Kaiwan, Daisy. No snotting on my new mic. It's not a new microphone, just an arm. I gotta work on the microphone part of it. Been podcasting with the same mic for 4 years now. Well, into 4 seasons. Huh?
Pretty much. and they've been pretty good, and they're cheapies. They didn't cost a fortune. What they cost, like $25 a piece?
I think these were $50 microphones.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Did everybody also notice my super cool Star Trek cup?
It is super cool. I like it.
So on this side, they're on the Enterprise teleporter, and they're starting to come back because I was drinking some, so it's getting colder on the top. And when it's hot, they're over here on the planet. But when it's cold, they're back over here on the Enterprise. It's pretty neat.
I like it.
It's pretty. Anyway, Anyway, there
Put
were
it
no
in the
birthday parties in
dishwasher,
Port Charles
hon.
this week.
Don't put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, no, they put like 3 different warnings on on the mug, on the packaging, in the book. Do not put this
On the box.
in the dishwasher.
Everything,
Yeah, exactly. Elise says it's a cute idea for a mug. So hey, there we go. Excellent work. Whoever made this thing. But no birthday parties in Port Charles this week, Ma. You know, as we walk
no
out
birthday parties
onto the 10th floor, and we find people packing in elevators to go ride helicopters on the roof. We find people running around keeping Anna alive. We got old psychologist Dr. Andre Maddox walking the halls. It's pretty busy.
I know, isn't that cool?
He's got the tallest hair in the world right now too. Scotty Baldwin.
And Scotty
bonding with Portia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Portia had a little slip, didn't she? Had a little slip in what she said.
Yeah. Well, Curtis is going to bring Trina back. What do you mean by that?
Curtis brings her. Mm-hmm.
Well, what about my strudel?
Mm-hmm. She was like,
my schnitzel, is she going to come back too?
Yeah. And her look on her face was like, oh.
Estee, you're absolutely right. No birthday parties in Port Charles. Just a wedding. Just a little wedding. Just a little Coeur d'Alene wedding. In which your stage 4 cancer-ridden bride looks way better than the poison chase on the night of his marriage to Willow. I don't know, Ma. So I've seen opinion out there. I've seen the criticism, and I've also seen the other side of it as well. So the criticism is, for cancer, Willow looks great, and that's offensive. And then the other side of it, I've seen it's a TV show. Relax. So I don't know how to feel.
Well, you know, that Deception Cosmetics is good stuff.
It sure is. So that must be what it is. Sasha got her all set up with Sasha and Maxie got her all set up with cosmetics from Deception, which is a perfect name for a cosmetic. Deception. I don't really look like this. I'm deceiving you. Deception.
Actually, I think it's a really cool name. I do.
If only the real word.
What was the and then I also liked Enchantment.
Yes, Enchantment. Remember from All My Children. I think there's
I like that.
We've said it here
too.
on the podcast several times. There's room for Enchantment to come in and I don't know, merge with or be in competition with Deception.
In competition.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But Enchantment, were they cosmetics or were they just fragrances? Because I know the Enchantment fragrance became a real world thing.
I got a bottle of it. Still. It has about that much left.
Oh my gosh, you've been wearing it since the late 90s.
It's old. Well, I don't wear it anymore.
Does it still smell?
I don't. Well, it does, but even though I liked it at the time, I smell it now, and it smells like Avon old lady perfume. Yes.
The art of perfume has evolved.
In fact, there was 2, you guys. There was 2. There was one, and I forgot the name of the other one. There was one, and the top was kind of like red, and that was Enchantment. And then there was another one, and I have that one too, and it has kind of like a pink top, but the bottle looks the same. I have both of them. The second one is not so old lady-ish.
No. Well,
I have those.
Excuse me, give it another 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Give it another 40 years, and then you could put the Avon perfume back on. Mm.
Yeah, I wonder. Another 40 years.
Avon used to be a thing.
I'd be 101.
Avon used to be a huge thing. Oh my goodness. I'm your Avon lady, just here with your Avon products. I remember you tried to sell Avon. You walk down the street, knocked on everybody's door.
I did it. I didn't.
You brought us for sympathy.
I didn't do the door-to-door thing when I did it the second time. Actually, Matt, I sold Avon under my mother's name when I was 16.
Yeah.
I was a very grown child. I was I was a very grown child. Oh yeah, I had my hustle going when I was 16. I was selling Avon under my mom's name because I wasn't 18.
Yeah. That maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what we need in General Hospital is instead of the feds showing up to arrest Carly, the whole wedding is interrupted by the Avon lady. You know, hi, Hi,
You
I
want to
live
make
down the
me
street.
think of?
I live on the other side of the fence that you constructed in your backyard when you sold off half of the property to expand the local neighborhood. Uh, uh, I saw you having an
You
event.
know what it kind of reminds me of?
What's
Do you
that?
remember the opening scenes of Edward with Scissorhands where the
Yeah,
Avon lady kind
yeah,
of shows
yeah.
up?
Avon. Yeah. That's what we need. We need to cast you as the Avon lady that just shows up and you're the new foil. You know, instead of somebody getting arrested or killed, the Avon lady shows up with the tea, with the truth.
Oh yeah, because I got to do a hustle because I'm bride 2 of Marty.
Exactly. Bride 3, you know, but Bride 8, who knows? Oh, goodness gracious, Ma. 2B, Martin Gray's wife. Oh, we need that. We need that. Kelly says the wedding went off without a hitch, but afterwards went sideways. So what do you think, Ma? Do you think the SEC was just really on it when it came to Nina's tip, or had somebody else reported this far earlier?
No, I think it was Nina.
Oh, it is definitely.
I do.
Nina. It was definitely Nina.
Yeah, I think it was Nina. I don't.
You
I
can't
think
let
they were
things
just.
like the real world get in the way.
No, I think they were just on the stick real good. That's all. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they reacted quickly.
In the real world, it could take several years for something like this to be brought to the point of pulling somebody in for questioning and that sort of thing. So the timeline on it was a little quick for a lot of the fans to appreciate, I suppose. Because, you know, hey, I made the call and the next day they're coming to arrest Carly is a little quick for the real world.
Come on, y'all.
It's a TV show, right?
Why are we dissecting that kind of stuff? I mean, come on, you guys. We're watching a show this week where half of humanity is supposed to be wiped out by one crazy man.
More than half. They said 80% this week.
80% now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it don't need to be believable this week.
When it comes down to it, the plot should take the pace that it's supposed to take, you know? If we're doing a slow burn story about somebody being slowly eaten away by cancer, then that's what we're getting with Willow, and it's going to go on for months and months and months and months. If we're going for a quick, hey, you know, Nina is really starting to actively mess with Carly's life, and there's going to be some intensity happening, and maybe she's going to prison, we can't wait 2 years to get to that, to mimic the real world. I'm with it.
This is the worst mistake. Well, it's not the worst mistake. It has probably the more consequence. This is relative. A big mistake of Nina's.
Oh, well.
A huge mistake of Nina's.
Is it? Is it a mistake, or was it the right thing to do?
Sonny's going to be mad as hell at her.
Okay, so I guess it depends on how you're going to define mistake. If losing your man means that you've made a mistake, then what is it? What is it that you've really centered your life around, and what's most important to you?
Well, she's pretty, she's pretty sunny-fied. So yeah, she's crazy about Sonny. Yeah, she put a lot of her eggs in his basket right now too. She made a huge mistake, and Ava, basically nailed it. Is she's made the same mistake, but the consequences. Again, this is going to affect his children.
What is it with you and the children, Nina? All you care about is the children. God.
That's gonna piss him off.
So I don't know, because everything affects the kids. My God, the kids. Can we just leave the kids somewhere? Can we send the kids somewhere else? Can they go live in Bensonhurst, please? I mean, they just care so much about the kids. Oh, but Wiley's fragile little mind. Oh, but Donna's future. Oh, but my
they
goodness
were so
gracious.
Doggone cute, though. They were so doggone cute, all of them. They were so doggone cute this week, and I should have never said a gosh darn thing about that little Wiley boy last week.
Oh yeah,
he did way better this week. I thought his portrayal of Wiley was way better.
They sat down with him and they said, "Hey, listen, kid, Mama Cat's got a big problem with you. All right, we heard her on the 10th floor, and you need to start bringing it, little boy. Okay?"
But didn't you? I did think he was better.
Yeah, they probably, he's been working on it. Little kids got to warm up and be comfortable, get to know the people behind the scenes. It's not like they I mean, I can't speak for every kid because a lot of kids out there are like wise beyond their years and just get it. But others, need time to warm up and become friends with the actors because they can't differentiate pretend time and now time and Michael versus Chad and all that kind of stuff,
No, but he has been. He's obviously gotten some advice.
Yeah.
I thought his portrayal of Wiley was better.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm happy for that. I want the kids to be good. I want them to get nominated for Emmys and not be weirded out by it.
Oh, the Emmy nominations came out this week.
The Emmy nominations came out, and there was also a major controversy. I don't know if you saw any of it because you can't get into Twitter.
I know. No, I cannot.
Okay.
What was it?
So Emmy nominations are out. We'll probably do a special covering of it at some point. I was thinking we'll do it audio only and then drop it the next week on YouTube because we owe the audio people something special, a first release something. We do. So then that might be the route we go.
Okay.
And we'll do it pretty soon. But there's a whole Emmy but Emmy covering that we can do because GH did get a number of nominations this year, as they do every year because they're the best soap, everybody. But also with that was the rule changes in the outstanding younger performer category. So there were some rule changes that led to some awkward nominations that are kind of confusing and controversial.
Oh.
So in the younger performer category, it used to be actors 25 and under. And this year they changed it to actors 18 and under. Not a major difference.
Oh.
But a difference nonetheless. So,
yeah,
knowing these rule changes, somebody like Nicholas Chavez submits himself to Best Supporting Actor and gets that nomination.
Yes.
Eden McCoy, not quite cognizant, I don't know exactly what the whole story is, of the rule changes, still submits herself to a younger performer because she still was 18 or under last year.
Okay.
But that means that she's been nominated against a bunch of 10-year-olds. So there's like 3 10-year-old nominees and 2 19-year-old nominees. One of them not backed out. Somebody from Bold and the Beautiful or Days of Our Lives or somebody was like, this optically does not look right for me, so I'm going to back out of this category, is what she said.
Okay.
Eden McCoy, on the other hand, said, oh, I'm sticking with this. I got nominated for an Emmy. And so there's just a huge difference of opinion out there as to whether or not that was the right move or not. I think, yes, that's fine. Please stay in your category and try to win your Emmy is winning out. But there's some people who got some soapy things to say. Just overly dramatic responses on Twitter is what it is. Just the soap land drama is spilling out in the real world every week now.
Yeah, I guess it is, huh?
So what do you think, Ma? If you were 18 and under, which you were in the year, but they just happen to nominate 3 other 10-year-olds, and you're the only 18-year-old out there. Well, 19 now, 20. How would you feel about that, Mom? Would you be like, cool, I'm nominated. I'm following the rules. I'm 18 and under. This is fine. It's not my fault that they didn't nominate any other teenage actors.
I think it gives her somewhat of an unfair advantage.
So that's what people are saying. But then also at the same time, they've also been like, oh, but Robin won an Emmy when she was 11. And Lucky won an Emmy when he was 14 or something like that.
Yes.
So it's not like it hasn't been done before.
Right.
So is it unfair? I don't know. People were slamming poor Eden, says Kelly. Hey, Keisha. Yeah.
I don't necessarily think, has Eden won one before? Has she won before? Oh, that's pretty cool, Matt. I like that. Look at that.
It's still warm enough to drink, but it's cool enough for the mug to have changed back.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway.
I like it.
So
has she won? Did she win last year?
I don't think she won last year. Nicholas Chavez won last year for outstanding actor in a younger category.
Since she hasn't won yet, I don't blame her for not. And she has not broken any rules. No, she did nothing, really. She did nothing. She didn't ask for that rule change at all. Do I think it gives her a little bit of a advantage? Maybe. But No, I don't think she should feel like obligated to back out.
No.
This is not her fault.
No, this is totally not her fault.
And the fact that of course she wants an Emmy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think people they may have an opinion, but I don't think they're necessarily putting themselves in their shoes either. What? I mean, it's like it's your approach to work, and you were given some promotion or something, and are you going to say, oh, no, Sally deserves it far more than me? Oh, hell no, you're not going to say that. You're going to say, thank you very much. Am I getting an increase as well?
Great. Oh, thank you. Yes, I will take this responsibility, and I hope I don't flame out.
Nah. No, I think it's unfortunate. I don't think they should have changed it.
Yeah, to change it, I guess so close to the actual nomination time, I suppose. Like, if they made this announcement at the end of last year's Emmy celebration, hey, by the way, we're changing the category next year, so it's going to be 18 and under, which clearly Eden McCoy still fell within, all right? She's still a very young lady. Yeah. She just plays a mature character, like she's doing a great job of playing way older than 19, 20 years old, She's playing 26, so it's very easy to forget how young that she really is. So when it comes down to it, yeah, she followed the rules. She's in it. She's 18 or under, not under 18, 18 or under. It was very clear. So no, nothing to be ashamed by. And if she wins, kudos. And if she doesn't, I'm sure whoever did earned it.
I honestly think that they should, if they're going to leave it 18, they need to add another category for children.
Okay.
Add another category.
If they even want to have children, like remember Haley Joel Osment and gosh, was it Jodie Foster? No, it wasn't Jodie Foster. It was Natalie Portman. They were all nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Academy Awards when they were like 10. So, I guess if you're an outstanding kid.
Tatum O'Neal won.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, kids can beat adults.
And she was like 10.
Enough.
I think Patty Duke won as well.
We got to move on.
Patty Duke won an Oscar as well.
This is nothing.
Of Helen Keller.
This is nothing. That I don't know. I can't confirm that, but I'm sure you're right. Then ultimately, this is nothing. This is people just being bitchy online, really.
Well, of course. That's because people bitchy online. There's no shortage of that.
You're right, Kelly. There are age differences in all of the categories. It depends on what you bring to the stories at large and how good your Emmy real submission is.
Well, sure, but a 10-year-old is not going to get the same juicy storyline that Eden McCoy is going to receive.
No.
They're not even close.
No. So, yeah, they got to be judged by the merits of their appropriateness for their particular scenes and stories that they get to play.
Mm-hmm.
If this was 10 years ago, does Eden McCoy win for wearing the corn costume? Which I don't think she did. I think that was the different Jocelyn. But
yeah, it was.
It's like wearing corn costume versus sleep amid decks. Like that's what we're comparing.
Yes.
The way people reacted to this is why daytime is looked down upon by others in the industry, says Daisy. I don't know. I think that daytime has always just been kind of looked down upon just because it can be corny.
It can be, but I tell you what, it's proven over and over again. It can sure be a nice stepping stone to a beautiful career beyond soap operas.
It's true.
So many big stars have been on a soap opera.
And big stars continue to want to be on soap operas.
Stephen
A. Smith was just dripping, drooling for an opportunity to be like, hey, I'm British.
Now, there was a few years ago that like bigger stars now want to guest on soap operas. Well, back in the day, that wasn't the case.
Elizabeth Taylor was like this huge thing. Like, what? Liz Taylor's on a soap on daytime? Right. This is crazy. I remember feeling the same way about James Franco. When he was on there as Franco, I was like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. James Franco has decided he wants to do so. And I remember reading about it like on Soap Opera Digest and all that kind of stuff. It was interesting to me, kudos GH because it brought them the attention that I'm sure that they wanted from that particular casting. Because I looked it up and I was looking into it and he was just like, yeah, I'm an actor. I've always wanted to do a soap. I had some time. And so I reached out to one of them and they said, yeah, we'll figure it out. And now I'm Jason's brother. which he wasn't.
A few years ago, though, actors weren't necessarily doing that.
Mhm.
Elizabeth Taylor did it, but that was unusual.
Yeah, and James Franco was unusual too.
Yeah.
But nowadays,
But there was, I think a few years ago, somebody like Jeff Kober wouldn't have wanted to be on a soap.
oh gosh, he's so prolific, right? You know what? You're totally right. Especially with GH, we got Jeff Kober, who's just prolific. He's been on everything and has been for a million years, and was on China Beach. Did you know that he was on China Beach the whole time? I didn't. I learned that, and he was on that with Mark Helgenberger from CSI. I learned all this stuff. James Franco was the scariest Franco, says Kelly. So yeah,
he was.
Yeah, well, I'm
he
sure.
Was.
Oh my gosh, with the monkey.
Oh my gosh. He played Psycho. He played, the monkey and all that stuff. He played Psycho. He played Psycho Franco good.
I mean, if you're a big Hollywood actor and you're like, I'm coming onto a soap, what are you going to do? You're going to play the craziest of crazy melodramatic villains, right? Isn't that the point? Yeah. That's the point.
Yeah, you ain't got to go on a soap opera to be sweet. Come on.
No. I'm James Franco. I'm joining GH to become Cody Bell. Like nobody would want that, you know?
Yeah.
You know, Cody was Cody even on this week? That trim-faced man. I'm blown away by how trim his face is now.
Yeah, he looks different.
It's like he took some of his filling out. He took it off of him and gave it to Nicolas Chavez.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nicolas Chavez, without a shirt and stuff, he reminds me, his physique, certainly not his face, but his physique. He reminds me of Tyler Christopher. Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that would be good since he's
physically,
he's technically Tyler Christopher's kid, because that's who was playing Nicholas at the time of Courtney's impregnation. That makes sense. To me, the change in body difference in such a short amount of time was alarming. Because if you take a look at him just last year in the pool, it's a stark difference. And
yes, he's lost some weight.
It's not.
He's lost some weight.
Well, Cody's lost some weight. And I'm talking about. Spencer, who's put on.
Oh yeah.
Who's put on. Now here's the thing, though, Ma. I don't know. And listen, if there's a Sabrina fan in here, please get ready to just scream and yell at me and tell me that I'm an evil person. I'm ready for it. But I've been involved in wrestling for a number of years, or had been involved in wrestling for a number of years. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of have an idea of how long it's supposed to take for somebody to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty quick. So one of two things happened. He was either incredibly dedicated in his off hours and was doing 6-hour workouts every day, which is entirely possible. People do that for Marvel to become superheroes and all that kind of stuff. You got a towel scene coming. You're going to spend 3 weeks trying to put yourself together. There's that. Or in Hollywood, with a little bit of cash, you can find a little bit of enhancement to help you get there faster.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He went to a trainer, says Alicia. See, what I did was I said a very controversial statement, so the chat can go crazy and tell me all about stuff. Lee says, or could it be steroids?
Oh, I'm sure. You don't necessarily. You don't even necessarily. You can use other substances, not steroids, and still.
Oh yeah, there's creatines and
creatine, yeah,
all kinds of different things.
All that stuff.
Not steroids. Frank sent him to a well-respected trainer. See, I knew there was going to be somebody sitting around watching, knowing the truth of the matter, waiting for me to say something spicy so they can tell me about it. Rumors are dangerous. Rumors are dangerous. But it's fun to spread them,
lift some weights and cut some carbs. He's a young man for one thing as well, so body's gonna react pretty quickly.
Yeah. I'm just talking trash for the sake of just saying something spicy, folks. I don't really think that Nicolas Chavez is doing steroids. But the change in his body though is palpable and promising. If we're gonna have Spencer in the middle of action and adventure, he can't be a spindly little noodle. He's got to be able to take his shirt off in a moment of sexiness to wrap around somebody's wound.
And a young Mr. Chavez is a very tall man too.
He sure is.
He's tall.
He's built for it.
He's over 6 foot tall. And so he could, he could look very very non-muscular.
Well,
Drop a
we
few
were
pounds
talking.
with that kind of height.
Yeah. We were talking a couple of weeks ago about how Nicolas Chavez, before acting, was an athlete in high school and stuff. And we were talking about the difference between functional muscle and showy muscle. And he was fit and he was a strong man before, but it wasn't necessarily presentory. It wasn't something to be like, ooh, well, you cut your body fat down to less than 5% and now you can count all of the muscles. Like that's very much for show. That's not very functional. People generally don't walk around the most of the year looking like that. It's very specific to, I'm going to be on camera, so I'm going to not drink water for the next 3 days. Like, that's how those looks are achieved. People just don't look like that.
Not healthy.
Yeah. So Frank Valentini apparently sent him to a well-respected personal trainer in Hollywood. With the Disney connections that ABC has, I'm sure things were just put in front of Nicolas Chavez. And really, when it comes down to it, that's an investment in your future on the show, investment in your future for an actor as well. You get him in shape, he moves on to some huge project, and then people say, well, this actor who came from General Hospital, which only helps your show. So I guess we're all good there. We're all good there. That towel stuff was last week, though, wasn't it? It was like 2 weeks ago now. I just can't get it out of my mind like Jacarius couldn't. Kelly says that Elizabeth Taylor asked to play Helena.
She did.
Yeah, look at that. Spencer doesn't smile much where Nicholas does. There's a difference, says Jeannie. I don't know. Nicholas isn't doing much smiling right now because he's in a coma. Hey, Ron.
No, he should. Yeah, he's not. He could be on that island. Who knows?
Maybe he is. Maybe they're all working together. Mr. and Mrs. Pikeman. It's just a stage name. I'm actually Pikeman.
Next week we'll see Pikeman. That was the last scene of Friday.
Yeah, it was. Hey, I'm here. Where's your bus?
Yeah.
I'm Sonny. I didn't know about this camera that you put in with excellent lighting. Somehow the camera is capturing way more light in that room than there is naturally.
Well, he sure didn't try to hide that very well, did he? It's right there. Plain sight.
Dex is dumb, all right? We're just waiting on Jocelyn to show up so she can get shot. That's all. That's what I'm waiting for, at least. But though I thought that this was going to be in a more like open space. Because it's like they're in some sort of like side room at the pier or something. And I'm like, this is weird. This is weird for me. This is much more claustrophobic than I thought it was going to be. I think Jeannie meant the Nicholas that plays.
Well, I can't wait to see who Pikeman actually is. I'll be disappointed if I don't recognize the person.
Well, with all of this build up and him not being there, being the last person to walk in, it has built it up like it's either going to be somebody we recognize or played by somebody that we know. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be surprise or a return.
Like Walt Willie walks out. Is he still alive? Walt Willie walks out. I'm Pikeman. I'm here.
Yes, he is.
I'm the one. Sonny. Oh, thank you for clearing it up, Kelly and Jeannie. Nicolas Chavez smiles more than Spencer. Spencer doesn't smile much anymore because Spencer's had a very tough couple of weeks. Ever since he found out that he had been duped and played by Esme and Ryan, poor Spencer has not really been the same man. He's been way more dark.
He feel like a silly stooge. And you know who else felt like a silly stooge this week a little bit too?
Diane, she even used the word stooge. How you feeling about this, folks? Chat, let me know. How you feeling about Robert and Diane and Holly? A love triangle? ... Question mark maybe?
Well, I'm not Team Holly, okay? I really want Diane and Robert to be together.
But Kat, I'm such a proper English woman and Robert and I have so much history together. We go way back. I've betrayed him, I've loved him, and I've betrayed him, and I've loved him, and I've betrayed him, and I've loved him. There's still so many years left for me to betray and love him some more.
Yeah. No, I'm Team Diane. I want Diane to get her.
This is where Diane crosses the line. This is where Diane gets a knife and just stabs somebody. Like,
Oh,
Robert's
goodness.
only got 12 years left.
I love that Diane, though. I do love that Diane.
Oh, goodness. Diane was
You know how to handle people in that interrogation room. She makes people look like a bumbling dummy in that interrogation room. I love it.
Holly let Robert know that Diane was hurt. Holly did let Robert know that Diane was hurt. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie likes Robert and Diane together. I think that there's probably more people out there that are for this pairing than against it. Yeah,
I like them together. I like them together. I don't like the idea of Holly sticking around for a minute too, though. I do. I hope that we will see Ethan again.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was kind of silly. I would find it to be silly that if he doesn't return.
For the whole actor recast thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't get the original dude, why even bother with that particular scene?
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't return, other than the fact that he's now not prisoner, if he doesn't return, what was the point?
Yeah. Why would they go to all of that trouble, introduce this little plot line just to get Tracy back in the room, flying back to Portland?
And why would you bother making sure that the person actually looked like Luke a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, they went to the trouble of casting somebody who could be a Spencer. Yeah. Why would they do that if they weren't going to double down on the fact that he's not Robert's kid?
Maybe he didn't really go to Australia. Maybe he went to that island.
Maybe. Oh, that would be good. That'd be good. I need to go back to Australia because I'm Australian.
Yeah, maybe
he did
not. Maybe he wasn't truthful with his mom, and he didn't go to Australia. Yeah. He went to try to help on the island.
Yeah. Hey, Tyrone. Tyrone says, "Hi, Matt Cat. Long time no see. I'm very busy getting money from my school." Okay, great. Are you stealing it from your school, or are you trying to get it for your school? I'm a little confused as to what your goals are. But however we can help you out on the 10th floor, let me know. Put a link in the chat there if you're looking for donations. But if you're trying to steal from a school, I would say that you probably shouldn't mention that in chat anymore.
But
just saying.
Hey, Tyrone, welcome to the 10th floor again.
To the 10th floor, Tyrone. I'm sad that Ethan's scene was so short, says Kelly. They're wetting our whistle when it comes to the new guy. They're sprinkling him in. What's the right thing to do? Do you give somebody an epic 15-minute scene? Or do you slowly ingratiate this new face into the story and into the cast? I don't know what the right thing to do is. I've never made a TV show. But in this case,
well, I just don't see Ethan being in and out that quick. I think he should.
Yeah. I think that you're right. I think that he's going to wind up on Greenland Island. I think that there's going to be a lot of characters winding up on that island.
I think so.
I think
it's going to be so good.
So, while I don't think that we're going to get 20 cameos from stars of yesteryear or anything like that, I think that the fact that they've, put Andre into the story is kind of an indication of kind of like, what they're trying to go for when it comes to like reaching over here and pulling this character. We got Ethan, we got Andre, Tracy's coming back.
I think they're going to find some crazy Cassadines on that island. I think we're going to find a number of prisoners as well.
Is this going to be our Dr. David Hayward reveal? Not David Hayward there, but like these characters you thought were long dead.
Yeah.
Are actually here on this frozen island of Greenland.
Yes. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I mean, this is a far-fetched storyline, you guys. So why not go there?
Let's see. I'm going to write it down. Lulu could be there. Nicholas can be there. Emily can be there. Ooh, AJ. So he can be AJ. So he can be Dex's daddy. I don't know. What's Sharon Kanan up to? What's Billy Warlock up to? We don't need another.
He could be there.
Well, they digitally downloaded Lila's brain into a younger body. They mentioned it. They mentioned the Project Amnesis or whatever it was this week.
Yes, they did.
So,
yes, they did.
They're going to remind us about that thing. I understand that Lulu's in New York City, but they could have stolen her, and we don't know.
Yeah,
They just put a
Yes,
cover
they
over
could,
some blankets,
yeah,
and since she's in a coma, nobody went to go check.
they could even switch out a patient if they. I mean, come on, we're going far-fetched, you guys. We're
Yeah.
going with 80% of the planet being not wiped out.
If
So let's
Faison
go
could
there.
put
Let's
a
go.
mask on and become Duke Lavery, you know?
And then Alex could be on that stinking island.
Alex, oh my gosh, yes.
Alex could be on that island.
And of course, Peter. That's how we get Peter back. Boom. He's put in a freezer on outside of Greenland. That's how Peter comes back.
We never did find out who let him out of the freezer, did we?
It was Biz.
I think so too.
Kelly actually yelled, "Yes!"
See, the arm is still.
I booped my cable, is what I did. Anyway, Kelly screamed yes when Andre came back on stage. Steve Burton's not going to be there yesterday. Come on.
No, Steve Burton ain't gonna be there. Steve Burton will be back someday, I think.
They have the serum from All My Children that made people come back to life, says Kai One.
Would that be cool?
Oh.
What do you think? Andre had himself some hair going on, didn't he?
He did. He's got very tall hair. He's doing this other show.
Tall hair.
He plays some sort of leader of some sort of criminal investigation unit. I don't know. I don't really know what the budget is. The behind the scenes photos that I've seen that the actor has Anthony Montgomery. Anthony Montgomery. He shared some behind the scenes photos for this new show that he's on and stuff. And he's got like this really big scar on his face. And yeah, I don't know what the budget is. I don't know what network it's going to be on, but he's doing something. And it seems as though the hairstyle is for that role.
Right.
Yeah, but it's pretty tall right now. But hey, maybe it brings his patients to comfort.
I mean, I think of some of the same things you guys do when it comes to like, well, what did they do that for? It's okay. Like for instance, Andre, bringing that paperwork with him.
Mm-hmm.
The file from 1981.
Yeah.
Why should anything in that file be a surprise to him? You'd think that he would have read that shit.
No. He's got to save it for when they're all going to read it together.
I know, right? Just that kind of stuff, But like I said, we're going goofy. So let's go goofy.
Who would play Lulu?
We're going sci-fi. Right now, General Hospital is a sci-fi show.
At least a high-end thriller.
Yeah.
Can we stop him before the Bond villain lets go of the virus that can kill 80% of people?
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Another thing, these people are supposed to be so savvy, right?
Yeah.
You got Laura, you got Drew,
Laura's so savvy she didn't even wear a big coat.
And no gloves. They're all freezing. They're on a big old chunk of ice. Now ain't nobody got no gloves on. Okay.
We couldn't get to our gloves within the hour time limit we had.
And they leave the phone in the snow.
Oh yeah, they were just talking about that in the chat here. My super spy Valentine dropping the phone, but the dropping the phone and almost getting spotted did not reject his spy card, says Medora. So Medora is still solidly a Valentine fan, even though his bumbles and mistakes.
Well, they're about to get caught because those two dudes heard the phone on Friday.
But then, why are you calling Valentine, though? He's on this super secret mission. Don't call him. Wait for him to call you.
Right.
You don't know what he's doing. You don't know what you're about to blow.
Well, Jordan got her feelings hurt a little bit.
Well, Jordan really needs to watch her emotions. She's the commissioner of the police.
She got her feelings hurt a little bit.
She's in charge of the whole thing. She needs to keep those emotions in check.
And that's something that Anna says to Jordan on a regular basis. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I should have included you.
I guess I should have let you know. My bad. I hope we're still going to be friends. We're the only two people on the main cast that are friends together, so... Oh. I wish they would rehire Emmy Rylan, says Jeannie. I don't know, whatever. If Lulu's down there, I'm sure
Lulu,
it'll be there.
That's Lulu, right?
Yeah, and that second
was Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu number 2.
Now, I wish they would hire themselves Julie Berman for the same reason.
Maybe they should just hire both of them, and then like every other day, it's a different actor. You know.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised though if Lulu's on that island. I wouldn't be surprised by anything.
Mark M says, remember the Bionic Woman versus Fembot, 1977-1978, and the evil Dr. Franklin was able to take control of a government weather control machine. General Hospital introduced the weather control machine in 1980 and 1981. Mark giving us a history lesson. So this whole crazy Cassadine plot of evilness.
I do remember it. I was watching it daily back then for the whole Ice Princess crapola. Oh, I loved it. I was watching every day of it.
What's the password?
I was watching it live when Luke typed in Ice Princess. Oh, it was.
And then the weather machine powered down.
Yes, save the day.
And then Mikos got away or something. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't know if he got away. I don't know if that was his demise.
Well, I think somewhere along the line, though, General Hospital decided they were going to go somewhere else with the weather machine and the Cassadines. You guys remember a couple of years ago where it was incredibly hot for a little bit in the winter?
Yes. Well, GH Classic for not knowing exactly where the goalposts are when they start a story. They have an idea, but it's changed. It's no. I don't know why they would have changed it from a weather machine to a virus, especially in this day and age. I don't think. I'm still too sensitive. I don't want everybody getting sick. So. I think
they should have maybe stuck to the weather machine because it really kind of ties in with what Victor initially was.
Yeah. Well, maybe they will immediately burn all of this virus, or the virus has been broken or something and frozen and it's no longer useful, or I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe.
Well, Lisa wasn't very convincing when she told Victor that the virus wasn't viable anymore.
Oh, darn.
He knew right away she was lying.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know. I guess I'm always just looking for that next left turn. Unexpected twist.
Well, I love the fact that Liesel's there.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Liesel has been kidnapped and
I love the fact that Kathleen Gotti likes us, and so afterward we can get her on the show to talk about it.
Yes.
So tell us all about it, Kat. Just talk for an hour about your experience at the 60th anniversary adventure.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Oh, great. I'm not going to prompt you with any questions. You just talk. Oh,
I
God.
looked
what a boring interview that would be.
I looked online, and there's no new announcements of guests for it.
I think we're full up on the con. I think we've got the guest list.
It still says more guests to be announced. It still says that.
Card's subject to change.
It is. I think there might be one more little group that's announced.
Well, we're glaringly missing a Nicholas Chavez at this point.
Yeah, we are.
You know, it would have been great to see like Adam Huss on there or something. That would have been neat, but you know, it's not. I guess it's not in the cards. But hey, maybe he lives in Los Angeles. Maybe I can just call Fido and we can just get a big GH dinner happening. Fido, call Adam Huss. Call all these people that just aren't really on the show anymore.
Adam, I think we'll be back.
What's Wes Ramsey up to? Do you want to have dinner with Wes
Having
Ramsey?
a good time with Laura Wright still. That's what he's up to.
I'm living off of Laura Wright's money. It's great. Kelly, Dan, and Chris are horrible about dropping stories, says Carolyn. They're talking about the writers Dan and Chris in relation to maybe it's a weather machine. What's with the extreme hotness? But you know, they still worked environmentalism into it. He's doing this because of the environment. You know, Mikos went crazy with his weather machine, but that's nuts. Okay, trying to control the weather with a machine, that guy's crazy. Can you believe the insanity of this man trying to change the weather, trying to freeze the world? No, the right idea is just kill everybody. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill everybody. That's not as crazy as what Mikos was doing, freezing the world. No, just 80% of people are going to die.
And
that's
he
way more sane. I'm still waiting for poor Roger Howarth to get a decent story. Oh, well, maybe they'll hook him into this somehow.
I think Roger Howard will get a decent story. It's on the back burner right now. The whole thing with who's pulling chains in his family.
Yeah.
That's still, for all we know, he could be Parker Pikeman and doesn't even know it.
Ooh. Pikeman, we've always been like Pikeman the
Maybe?
dude, Pikeman the dude, Pikeman the dude, but what if it's Pikeman the chick that walks in?
Mm-hmm.
My name
It's
is
Olivia
Madeline
Jerome.
Pikeman.
Or it could be Olivia.
My name is Olivia Jerome Pikeman.
Last time we had your favorite character on, he kind of put a heads up and said, y'all better be looking at that Olivia.
Olivia Jerome is looking after you.
Yes.
That's my terrible Jeff Kober. It's the worst impression I do. Kelly would say that all of my impressions are bad, but that's okay. I love you, Kelly. Isn't it always the writer's fault? Sometimes there are mitigating factors. Ooh, Krista. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Angela's here. Hey, Angela. Welcome. You can put it all straight. All of this crazy talk in here about whether or not it's the writer's fault for stuff. It was delayed because Charles Shaughnessy had an unexpected hip replacement surgery a year ago. I didn't know that, Krista.
Oh.
I heard nothing about it. So,
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're wrong.
So if it wasn't planned, he must have had a fall and broke his hip.
Yeah, or, sometimes people just need hip replacements. We know somebody who just needed one. He didn't fall down.
That's true. He's a young man, too.
Yeah. So, whatever. Well, I'm glad that he's doing okay.
Yeah,
Tyrone says that Mikos definitely was more crazy than Victor.
Yes. It wasn't interesting also that they mentioned the third brother this week. What was the point of that?
Oh.
Tony. But they mentioned the third brother this week.
The Mikos and...
Mikos, Victor, and Tony.
Tony?
Mm-hmm. They
Victor,
mentioned the
Mikos,
third
and
brother.
Tony?
And Tony, I know it. That doesn't
Tony.
make any sense. Tony, right? They should have said, I don't sound very Greek.
Is this supposed to be like Anton? Like Anton Cassadine?
Right. Something, right? But yeah, it was they said Tony. Well, what's the point of bringing up Tony? Well, Tony's going to be on the dang island too. What's the point?
But not Tony Geary.
Tony.
But Tony. Hey, Tony, it's me. It's Tony. It's Tony Cassadine. I'm here. I was the one that's making pizza.
Of course, I don't really want to know whether or not it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see now, and I don't click on anything when I open it to read more.
Right.
But I did hear something about Tony possibly really being on. Getting my 15 minutes with me.
Lee says, yes, they said Tony was a playboy, but not too smart. So maybe maybe Tony's Dex's dad. We got a Tony Randall situation happening, because he had a bunch of kids when he was like 90.
Wouldn't it be interesting in a way? Wouldn't it be interesting in a way for Dex to be a Corbin? He's Mike's kid.
Mike
Sonny's little brother.
Mike has just totally forgotten.
Well, he was bad. He's deadbeat dad. He deadbeat dad twice with Sonny and with Courtney. Why not be a deadbeat dad with Dex too? I don't know.
Carolyn says that she's been disappointed in the 60th anniversary in the Nurses' Ball. So my challenge to Carolyn is for Carolyn, in a few sentences, let me know what you would have rather seen for the 60th anniversary, and then we can decide as to whether or not it was viable within budget, actor availability, interest level for current soap fans, and so what the 60th anniversary isn't a retrospective to the past; it's anchoring the young people for the future.
I think it's both.
Yeah. Yeah, you think they're doing a good job of kind of honoring what's happened before while making the new characters relevant to the stories?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Look at you smile. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I don't know. What do you think about that, Carolyn? Do you think that the balance has been nice? I guess not. She's very disappointed. What did Frank Valentini do for 60 years? Resurrected Cassadine craziness. brought Tracy back for her to finally say, what the hell is she doing here? That's been something that people have been wanting to see for a long time because the question always is, what the hell is Carly doing there?
Mm-hmm.
Every time she's in the Quartermaine house, people explode with, what the hell is she doing there? She doesn't like the Quartermaines.
Well, she was pretty awful back in the day when it came to AJ and Michael and all that stuff. You know, when Michael was a baby and AJ, she's terrible. She's terrible. I'm not surprised, especially coming from Aunt Tracy.
Yeah.
What the hell was she doing here? And I loved her line about the Easter Bunny throwing up in the driveway. Yes. Oh my God, it was funny. I backed it up and listened to her say it twice. I liked it.
Yeah. Just black Easter Bunny.
Monica, what is she thinking? Like Monica chooses flowers herself. I doubt it.
Both Charles Shaughnessy, Krista says, both Charles Shaughnessy and Michael E. Knight were out at around the same time for hip replacement, and Nancy Lee Graham was out for back surgery, but only Nancy Lee was recast to complete the story with Harmony. So yeah, I mean,
remember that.
I do remember there was a big time that Marty was just gone.
Yes, I didn't know that Michael E. Knight had to go get hip replacement too.
See, look at us being completely unplugged. There's some things that we should probably know as podcasters, like, are your actors injured? Goodness.
We don't deep dive that much though, Matt, when it comes to character, you know, when it comes to real life with these people, we don't really do that all that much.
No,
we don't deep dive for a lot.
We don't deep dive. We let the chat do that. The chat is our deep dive where we say something crazy and then they pipe in with like, hey, rumors are dangerous, by the way. You should watch what you say. Which you're not wrong, so hey. It's a good time, though. It's a good time. Just to circle back around to it, though, just in case there's any doubts out there, I don't think that Nicholas Chavez is doing steroids. I was just making fun of the lad for looking so dang good. It's a jealousy thing, is what it is. Because I don't. It's not there. Not yet.
Well, you're a paper pusher for a living, sort of.
I am a logistics professional. Thank you very much, Mother. I'm not pushing papers, okay? I'm making real-time decisions for the future of people's work, all right? I'm making sure that this piece of paper is filled out and moved over here where it's supposed to be, Ma. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm just pushing paper.
What my point is you're not out there in the docks moving like boxes and stuff.
No. Those years are behind me.
Not doing that.
I've worked past that. Nowadays, when people are like, oh, blah, 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 how long you been doing this? I'm always like 12 years. And they're like, really? The company isn't even that old. And I'm like, you do know that people gain experience outside the current job that they have, right?
I am 37.
I have been I skipped college and went straight into the workforce. I've got a number of years of experience underneath my belt. How long did it take for you to be good? I can't tell you how long it took. I just know what I can do right now. I can't tell you, well, 2 years into my career, I discovered this. I don't know. Don't ask me that. Just get back to work. And then I hit them. And then I hit them hard. And then I dock their pay for talking to me.
No, you don't.
I'm a 1920s businessman. I'm handsome? Well, thank you very much, Kelly.
When I was a manager out in the workforce, I was a wonderful boss. I was. I know I was.
Oh, they had no choice but to delay the stories until the actors were healthy. Same with the story that was delayed for Luke. I'm with it. But yeah, and also, you know, when somebody's pregnant too, we can just have them not be pregnant and we'll just carry on like Sasha right now.
Yeah.
She pregnant as hell.
Yeah.
Like she finally announced it, and I'm having my second baby, and then the show went, we're not hiding it anymore.
Right.
You know, she
thought ignoring it. Not hiding it, but ignoring it.
Yeah.
And they've done that in the past. Yeah. And you know, when we see her in June, she's going to have a humongous belly.
Unless she's already had the baby by then. It's still
she's already had the baby.
Away. You know, I don't know when she's due. Angela, when she due, Angela?
I don't think that she would be doing the convention with a 2 or 3 week old infant. I don't think that.
I don't know. I'm not around for that kind of stuff. I've never had a baby before, but I did recently hear something about how your abs tear and then move to the sides of your body to make room for your expanding uterus, and that just must be awful.
You don't feel it.
But then they got to stitch back together. Oh my God, that must be painful. Oh God, how you must be wrecked for weeks after having a baby. This stuff isn't covered on TV. Okay, you have a baby, and then they're like, oh, it was all worth it. I have no pain anymore. You know, and then they go home immediately.
Well,
on TV.
I found for myself being pregnant was easy. Getting the little buggers out is the difficult part.
Kelly says it'll be interesting how they write Sasha out for 12 weeks. It's probably going to be when she discovers that Gladys has been skimming from the top, so to speak. And then she's going to have to run off and go.
Sonny could send her to the island. Sonny could send her to the island for some relaxation.
Hey, Sasha, you can't be here and hear all this drugs, okay? You need to go to the island where all of my employees are going to watch you, okay?
Yeah.
I know last time you went to the island, Cassandra Pierce poisoned a watermelon and you almost died, but it's not going to happen this time, I promise.
So Angela's sister-in-law had her 8th baby today. Okay, Angela, is that 8 babies with your brother? Or like previous children from a previous relationship? So I'm just curious because 8's a lot of kids.
A lot of babies.
And I was just wondering if this isn't even calling somebody out of their name, you know? It's just, you know, when you have that many kids, it's unlikely. Is it unlikely? I don't know. I know
that the more times you have babies, the easier it is typically to have them.
Well, okay. All right. You know, are they running a farm? Is that why they have 8 children? Oh man, no, people love big families. Yes, all with him. Okay. Hey, look at I hope nobody took that
8,
as offensive.
Your brother's got 8 children. That means your auntie 8 times. I love that. Man, that's got to be fun.
Wow, they've been together since they were 16. Their oldest will be 20 in August. That's spending a significant amount of your life pregnant, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, right. That kind of sounds like me and Matthew's dad. I've been with Matthew's dad since I was 15.
They only had the 3 kids, though.
And we only have 3 kids. But we've been together since we were 15. Yeah.
Wow.
We've been together forever.
My second sister-in-law, says Tyrone, is having her first baby late this summer. And Jeannie suggests that it's time for Angela's brother to get the old Sonny. You know.
Well, as soon as Sonny gets one.
No.
He might have another baby.
Sasha still needs to get impregnated by Sonny before he gets the snip. Okay, there's still plenty of viable women on the canvas for Sonny to have babies with before they take that ability from him.
Not Nina.
We took many silly pills today, says Kelly. We're off the wall. We're just wild and crazy people. Do. What are you screaming Nina for?
Nina, cause she made a huge error this week, didn't she?
Yeah. Okay. So you say you're ready. You're getting ready for Carly to find out that it was Nina who made the call.
I'm getting ready for Sonny to find out.
What are you doing?
He's going to be mad as hell.
You're throwing my children's mother into prison.
Right.
You're going to deal with these things in a more nefarious way, Nina.
You're trying to take Carly away from Donna.
That's not what I'm doing.
You don't care about my children? You don't care about my children?
Of course
you don't
I care
about their heartache? Oh, he gonna be mad as hell.
Oh my God. I would roll my eyes so hard and be like, just shoot me, Sonny. Okay, just shoot me.
He's gonna be mad.
You're either gonna be so mad at me that you're gonna want to kill me, so just do it.
He's gonna daddy bear. He's gonna daddy bear right along with the mama bear Carly.
And I want Christina to be on Nina's side. Okay, I want Christina to be pro anti-Carly. You know, I want her to be like, I never liked that blonde B word anyway. I never liked a moment of her being with you, Dad.
The character that I kind of felt for this because you could really see it. Haley Polos, you little actress, you. She looked so heartbroken.
Yeah.
With no words.
Yeah.
just being around the little girls and, the celebration, and it just kept on reminding her of what she currently can't do.
Endometriosis, likely to lead
Yeah.
to infertility, likely to lead to
Yes.
adoption / Christina being a surrogate. I don't know. Why is it that we're able to see these things on the wall so clearly? Oh, well.
Well, because you are a seasoned soap opera viewer.
Ava's trying to make Nina see that she did wrong and Sonny will leave her ass.
Well, yeah. And you know what? And I know next week she's going to be trying to backpedal, telling Marty, never mind. It's going to be too late.
Sonny will run back to Carly. You should have to marry Carly to keep her in prison.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Yes, because Carly has married Sonny. Yeah, because Carly's done exactly that to keep Sonny out of prison in the past. You cannot testify against, right?
Oh my God. Christina's going to be on Nina's side when she finds out Michael's doing this to Sonny. There's just so much bubbling under the surface here that's going to just boil over so soon.
And that's another one that's going to be mad as hell too. Oh my gosh, Michael's going to be mad as hell. A whole Nina thing. Oh my God, he's going to be mad.
I mean, we're going to have to see. Lee says Nina will never learn. It's just in her DNA, I guess. Kelly says Christina bugging TJ to tell her what's going wrong with Molly. It's none of her business. Sure. It's not really exactly her business, but it is her sister's business, and that's important.
Yeah,
like if I was finding out that my sister was dealing with some sort of, like if I had found out, hey, your sister has been seeing the doctor the last 3 weeks, just once a week, just from some tests.
Mm-hmm.
My questions would be endless until I got an answer as to what was going on. So I don't know if it's that bad.
And especially the proximity of their ages as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is not, this is not a sister that you didn't grow up with. Yeah. This is not a sister that's, a dozen years older than you. I mean, Molly and Christina are only a couple of years apart.
Yeah. Let the sister tell Christina when she's ready, not when Christina demands it.
Well, yeah.
Or Molly could just be more open. She told Alexis all about it.
Yeah, because she didn't really have a choice.
Well, she did. She could have been like, "Mom, leave me alone," and like shoved her and ran away. Because Alexis has osteoporosis. She'll break she's made a peanut brittle. Like
peanut brittle.
Give her a shove and run. She'll be able to put quite the distance. Yeah. That is a point of view, Kelly. It is true. Even related people are entitled to their privacy, personal life, and their own time to speak up to things. But also at the same time, I don't find Christina's extreme curiosity to be problematic or an indication of being too nosy.
And I don't find it to be. I find it to be extreme concern, not just being nosy.
Yeah. I just don't want Dex and Christina, says Daisy. Daisy doesn't want anybody to date anybody on this show, by the way.
Don't want Dex and Christina. Well, Christina, she didn't come. When her storyline, didn't she come out as bi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She not just some lesbo, She also likes the men every once in a while. So I don't know exactly what's that going to turn out to. I am all for it though. I am all for messiness in these relationships, because none of these relationships are messy enough, honestly. Like we don't have a love triangle. We haven't had a love triangle in years and years and years and years.
No,
the closest thing we got to it,
juicy one.
The closest thing we got to it was Willow, Michael, and Chase. Mm-hmm. But then Willow and Michael were like pretending some, and then they're like, and then it like became real, and then the Willow began to pretend with Chase, and it wasn't that great.
You know who else made a big mistake this week too?
Oh, who's that?
I mean, I know that he kind of deserved it a little bit because because some of the things he's done in the past, some of the Quartermain kind of antics he's done. But Michael sure jumped on old Ned pretty hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he certainly doesn't believe that Ned had nothing to do with this.
And
Yeah,
nothing he had
okay,
nothing
well, I
to do with
remember
it.
a couple of months ago.
I still think
Yes,
Texas agents, of course.
And yes, Ned has done some underhanded things before, but Ned was right though when he said, "I'm going to do something like that during your wedding."
Yeah.
To Willow, who's dying, basically.
How low do you think? What do you think of me, Michael?
Right. I thought Michael came in awfully heated.
What must you think of me as a human, Michael? Like,
Right.
I've been your uncle your whole life, or cousin, or whatever they are.
Yeah, they're cousins. Yes. I think Michael came in awfully hot.
Well, look at you with sympathy for Ned.
Well, yes, Ned is very capable of doing what he's accusing him of, but not under these circumstances, I don't think.
Ned's heart always gets in the way. He tries to be a bad guy, but just can't. His heart always wins out. Like how with Edward, his heartlessness always won out. With Ned.
Now, I would have loved it if Olivia would have been there and just jumped on Michael's ass.
Oh, what? You saying that? No, yeah, for sure. Agreed. We need to put some more chili peppers in the mouth of Olivia.
Yes.
Because she got, at least although Cicero's good at chewing people out, just like Sonia Eddy was, like every once in a while we need somebody to just be read the riot act.
I'm all for it next week then. I want Olivia to just get a little piece of Michael.
And then who knows what Tracy's going to have to say about everything that's going on. She's already been like, hey, well, send me to my room. What do you mean you gave my room away? I'm not going to stay in a guest room.
It's so funny.
I am Tracy Quartermain. I'm not going to stay in a guest room. I'm not a guest here. This is my house. It's not your house. Monica gave it to her.
And they all said it together. It was funny.
I don't get why people would, when it comes to Tracy calling the SEC, I don't get why people would think that Tracy would do that and not proclaim that she did it proudly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Olivia's going to think that he did it too, says Angela. Oh, Olivia doesn't trust Ned. Oh, it's because he slept with Alexis.
Brooklyn kind of didn't believe him either.
See? And Ned hasn't even been out there trying to do bad things. He's just trying to keep the company together.
No, but he might go forward going, well, they think I'm an ass anyway. Let me show them what I really am.
All right, well, if I think I'm going to do this, then I might as well just do it.
Yeah.
Here's my evidence, all right? I saw them. I looked through the keyhole of their bedroom and I saw them together doing the horizontal mambo. And then afterward, they talked about stock exchanges and mergers and driving up my stock. I don't think that Nina turned in Carly and Drew like she thinks she did, says Krista. And was Tracy? But everyone blamed Ned, and Nina is the only one to learn it's Tracy. Tracy would so do this. I don't know, Krista.
Tracy would do that.
I don't know. I think Angela is a little more on the money with it, though. When Tracy would come in and say the Easter Bunny threw up on the driveway, and what the hell is she doing here? I called the SEC 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be, yes, I agree with you, because Tracy would be taking ownership of her own crap.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nina has it in her brain that Carly kept that fact from her. Carly found out the same time as everyone else. Nina screwed things up a little, didn't tell anyone she was okay. Yeah. Listen, when it comes down to it, we've gotten to the point in the Nina-Carly rivalry, Granny Wars 2023. We've gotten to the point in which it's increasingly difficult to support Nina's side of this. And I feel as though that's on purpose, because we're getting to the end of Snina, whatever their smush name is. I think we're getting to the end of their relationship, or we're getting to the beginning of the end.
Yeah, Yes, there are some cracks.
Yeah.
There's going to be some cracks.
Right. And when it comes down to it, Sonny doesn't last with anybody that isn't Brenda or Carly.
That's
You
true.
know, no, he doesn't love them enough.
And even when he and Olivia got back together, they didn't get back together for very long.
Yeah. We saw Nina do it. Red herrings aren't shown doing it. See, Angela's very secure over the fact that it's Nina, just like we are here on the 10th floor. The real world be damned. In Port Charles, it can take 6 hours. It's fine. You know, this isn't the real world, and it's not supposed to be. What else? What else did I write down here? We did actually talk about everything that I wrote down. My limited notes for today. What else? What did we miss, folks? Inspire chat. Inspire us. Sona will cover, says Angela. She thinks that Sonny and Nina will be fine. A little rockiness, a little rocky road in front of them. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's the end.
No, but I think that it's going to create some mistrust.
For sure. Oh, well, there we go. They said it in May Sweep's previews on Soap Opera Digest. Don't come to the 10th floor to be surprised, folks, because Soap Opera Digest already ruined it for everybody. Yeah. You like my old man face? It happened too quickly for Nina to be the one, says Krista, but that's the thing. That's the interesting push and pull of this show, isn't it? Where they're just so inconsistent about whether or not they mimic the real world or not that we don't know what's going to go on. We don't know what to wait for. We don't know what to expect. We don't know if the wool is being pulled over somebody's eyes or not, or if it's just movement. Just movement. Just movement. Oh, they said Nina did it in Soap Opera Digest. I see. Well, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, that's what they're showing us right now anyway.
Well, when it comes down to it, folks, GH is not a subtle show. They don't. I mean, they might tip their cards a little bit early on, like Willow reacting to the Nina necklace 700 years ago, before the truth comes out. Little things like that will happen. But when it comes down to it, it's not a subtle show. It's not a show that has the truth shrouded in a bunch of shadows and mystery. What you see is what you get when you really know when somebody is lying. There's no huge, really big, gigantic, revealing surprises that happen that you didn't see coming. The most surprising thing that I came across over the last couple of years was Franco dying. That was the most surprising thing. Everything else was like, oh yeah, okay, I've heard about this, or I knew this was coming. Or
Franco dying too. And I was surprised how it seemed like Peter shouldn't be able to get him so easy.
Well, yeah, there was they had to get rid of Franco for whatever reason. I think Larry, our friend Larry, he was on the show with us once. Yeah, Larry Flick. He said that because he's plugged in, he knows people and stuff, and he said, yeah, that was totally ABC said you can't have Franco on the show anymore because of his history.
Yes.
So they had to get rid of him and give Rojo a new character. So, but no, they're it's not a subtle show. It's not like, oh, well, you saw Nina make the call, but really somebody did it 3 weeks earlier and we didn't tell you that. Like it's not what GH does right now. So
no,
Nina did it.
I think, Nina did it. Nina did it. Yeah, she got pissed.
Yeah,
she got pissed when the last time when Carly was so hateful to her again. She got pissed.
She got angry, but then again, here's the thing, though. Nina called it onto herself this time, though.
Yeah, because Nina never thinks things through.
She just jumps right
in. She is a lot like Carly, too.
That's why they don't get along so much.
They're reactional, and they don't think things through. Now, the only thing that Nina's missing, and she might get there, with a little time, because she got a baby out there. She got Willow. Maybe she'll become a big old mama bear like Carly, and they'll even be more alike.
Yeah, I'm with it. I want that. Make that happen. Can you make that
and
happen?
Who knows? Maybe there's going to be another baby out there.
Brenda, come back. Sings Daisy. Brenda, come back.
Well, lots of people would love to see Vanessa.
Apparently, Vanessa Marcel is not interested. says Krista. But who knows?
Oh,
Who knows? I don't know. I've never talked to Vanessa Marcel before. I would. If she
well,
was like,
I
hey, I
thought
want to hang out with you, I'd be like, okay, let's do it.
I thought her last go as Brenda kind of fell flat. It was a little bit boring. They didn't give her enough.
Well, maybe that's
They,
why she's not interested in returning.
I don't, but that they don't always have something juicy. Last time Jeannie Francis came back, it wasn't all that exciting. They made her very dowdy, very kind of boring. But well, not this time. Jeannie Francis is
Ooh,
killing it. Right,
recast
good for her. I love it.
Brenda. Oh my God. Is Brenda one of those unrecastable characters? I don't know.
I think a lot of people would be extremely disappointed if it wasn't Vanessa Marcel.
She'll only come back when it's time to usher Mo into retirement, which might be closer than we all think.
Usher who into retirement?
Maurice Bernard.
Aw.
Maurice Bernard, he's been saying. Now, Angela can tell me that I'm wrong about this, I'm sure. But
You're talking about retiring?
been talking about how he's finding far more satisfaction and passion in his podcast and in mental health work than playing Sonny Corinthos every week on General Hospital. But
Well,
ultimately, people still need money. So
I could understand that, Maurice. I really could. But I could understand you maybe stepping back a little bit and perhaps not having as many episodes,
mhm.
not being so centered, so having the show not be so centered on Sonny,
Uh-huh.
and step back a little bit. But I honestly don't think it's a good idea for Maurice to leave General Hospital because it's giving fuel to some of his other stuff.
For sure. Angela says that I'm not wrong. And Kelly reminds us Maurice Bernard is a new grandpa.
He got a couple of grandbabies.
So, a couple of grandbabies now. So, when it comes down to it, he has been on the show forever.
Sure he is.
Center, not long breaks. No, I've been on since I was on from 92 to 95 and then 99 to 04 and then 08 to now,
Maurice leave one time though, but he wasn't gone all that long.
Angela's biting her tongue. Ooh, trying to keep spoilers away from us, Ma. Sonny's on the way out. He's going to get killed by pikemen. You heard it here first, folks. Angela just ruined it for everybody.
Well, we'll see what happens with Sonny. And it would be very interesting to see what they did with the hole that would create. You'd have to have another gangster, another
Not necessarily. Because GH didn't premiere in 1970 whatever. 1978?
Yeah.
72? 69? 1982? What was 60 years ago? 1963?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no spoilers, but behind the scenes tea. Oh, I'll take behind the scenes tea, unless you're not allowed to talk about it. In which case, we can just start a special behind the scenes tea podcast with Angela, Matt, Cat in the chat. That'd be fun.
Well, I like that idea.
Just tell us about the real lives.
No, not spoilerific. No spoilerific.
No story spoilers, but lifestyles of the rich and famous from General Hospital. This is what's going on behind the scenes this week. I'm Robin Lynch.
Maurice Bernard, I think, he could probably negotiate just a leave of absence kind of thing if he wanted to test it out.
Tyrone says that he left in 97 and came back in 98, and GH started in 1963. But I was saying, in 1963, very first You Want to Be a Pretty Girl episode, there were no gangsters. This was very much a development in the 90s. Gangsters. And even then, Sonny didn't come in as a gangster. He came in as a criminal who was running a strip club. Like, he became
he came in as he came in as a hoodlum. A thug, yeah, he did.
Thug. Not much, Kelly. Thug. So he came in as a thug, and then this whole 5 families that merely Corleone came when a new head writer came on, a new showrunner came on. I don't remember who they are. I'm sure you'll shout the names for me in a moment in the cast.
And
in the
Gloria
chat.
Monty was gone.
Yeah, Gloria Monty left, and then they brought in some dude who was really into The Godfather, I guess, and kind of made it into
Oh, New York, you know, I'm a criminal of its coffee instead of olive oil.
I know for certain. If Maurice leaves the show, I'll miss him greatly.
So I think that you're right. I think that the best thing to do if you're Maurice Bernard, is to back away slowly, but not just be like I'm off, I'm done, zero, not happening. 97 to 99 says Tyrone. Okay, so he's off for a couple of years. Fewer scenes, allow somebody to, if we're gonna keep up with the mafia thing, then allow somebody to come up and be the consigliere or the head of the family while Sonny becomes an advisor, that sort of thing.
I'm retiring. I'm leaving the keys of the kingdom to you, Dix.
And it would not be Brick because Stephen A. Smith does not have the time to commit that much to General Hospital. That man is all over the TV.
No, it's not going to become Brick. So that will not happen. I don't know what you're talking about, Angela, but something's not going to happen that we said. So, hey, take it with a grain of salt, folks. Egos will not allow that to happen. I don't know anything about Maurice Bernard's ego. I find conversations about actors' ego on a daytime effing soap opera to be ridiculously dumb to begin with. Do your show, collect your paycheck. Don't worry about the young hot stud taking your place. It's fine. It's not going to happen. You're Maurice Bernard. What you got to keep people down? Come on, man. Anyway, so I don't know anything about that. I don't have time for it, honestly. Okay, I got all time for it because it's really juicy and drama stuff. But what I don't want to do is find out that somebody that I like is really just the biggest jerk on the planet.
That would be sad for me too. I don't want to hear that.
Like, oh yeah,
I don't want to hear that.
You love Martin Gray, you love Tad Martin, but God, Michael E. Knight is a dick, dude. Like I would hate to know that. I would hate to know that.
I would make me sad, actually.
Sonny fading slowly. Got it. Okay. All right. Well then, okay. If egos get in the way of a slow departure, a passing of the torch, so to speak, then Sonny gets shot up and dies by getting Tommy gunned to death in some epic fashion.
I think he put his butt in a coma for a while. Good at that.
Other actors have spoken about it after they left. Maybe wrestling and soap operas have a lot more in common than I originally thought as well.
I think they do, man.
I mean, Hulk Hogan was on the top of the heap for a very specific reason. It's because he was able to convince everybody that the only way forward was Hulk Hogan at the top. And if I'm not going to be at the top, then you don't get Hulk Hogan. Oh, we sure you're not going to give me the championship? Then no, we're not going to do that. What do you mean we're going to do that? I worked it into my contract with you, WCW, that I get to decide if I'm not going to do something. Oh, I've decided I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Are they going to let him go in the internal room with Brenda? Daisy wants us to spill the tea. The next mobster will likely be a returning Dev. Dev is at Dev Pikeman. Sonny, when I died in that ambulance, you didn't even try to resurrect me. You didn't give me CPR or anything. You went out to get milk.
He went kind of like, me.
I mean, he showed...
It was funny,
Dustin showed more angst over dying than Sonny showed over Dev passing away.
Yeah.
Tyrone, I was there for the Monday Night Wars, sir. I watched them live. I know all about Hulk Hogan's change to the darkness in WCW, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the NWO brother. Yeah. I was there for that, my friend.
Yeah, he sure was.
Tyrone says, sorry, it's the best I can do. Dev is sneaky. Oh, Luke brought the mob, says Daisy. So there we go. Well,
yeah, he did. And remember the whole Frank Smith nonsense?
Yeah.
That was forever.
Yeah,
that was forever. Fought with Frank Smith forever.
Dev wasn't useless, okay? Dev and Jocelyn had a really nice kiss. That's about it, though. Yeah, he's kind of useless past that. He had potential. He was there. They were experimenting with the young kids. Then clearly they needed to clear out the cast. They needed to readjust the budget. They were hiring somebody on. They needed to make a cut, and they said, of these kids, Dev is the one that doesn't seem to have. It would be a dramatic turn. He's linked into Brando. He's linked into Sonny. It'll be sad. There's more story that we can tell from Dev dying that isn't going to hurt us down the line by killing Joss, because we need Joss. She's Carly's daughter. We need Joss. We can't kill Joss.
Oh,
Dev.
I tell you, I think if Eden McCoy wants to, if that's what she chooses and would like to happen, I think Eden has an opportunity to play Joss for as long as General Hospital stays on the air.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
She's such a little Carly. Gosh, she's good at it. I love it.
I know you do. You love them all. You love them all.
I love most of them. I do.
Rumors have own show, says Jeannie. I don't know. Are we starting our own rumors show? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. I don't know nothing. Spill the tea. Spill all the tea. I don't know how to spell any tea. But Daisy said that she'll DM us with all the backstage drama about Maurice Bernard's extreme ego, which is unconfirmed on this show. So if you're a Maurice Bernard fan, don't flame us, please. Flame is an old internet term for trolling. I really need to update my lingo. I'm very old in my speech.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, you did turn 37 yesterday.
I know. I did turn 37 yesterday, and it's changed everything about me. I woke up and I had to pop my back. My knee's a little numb.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to go see Dr. TJ.
You know how I would like to see more scenes together, because I think they're Brooklyn is a little Tracy. She's a lot like
Granny, stop calling me that.
She's a lot like Lois in a way, her physicality reminds me of Lois.
Yeah.
But she and Granny, I would love for the two of them to run some kind of caper, some kind of something together. I think it would be comedic, so funny, so good. I love it. And Brooklyn last week too mentioned that to Tracy, to Granny, how much she helped her.
Yeah.
Help?
Tracy pulled some strings for Chase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that explains that phone call that Brooklyn made that wasn't explained either. Remember?
Yeah.
You went and made a phone call?
Yeah, she did.
It was to
Tracy.
Mr.
Tracy.
To Granny.
Tracy. Thank you very much, Tyrone. Happy birthday to you. He had his on April 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
Victoria, you're right. Julie and Jerome did have more story.
Yeah.
And Will DeVry agrees with you.
Will DeVry did not want to leave General Hospital. And
No.
when he was at the convention last year, he did not hide that.
No, he was very clear about how he didn't want to leave, how he thought that there was still even more possibility for Julexis.
Yes.
And was disappointed to receive his walk-in papers for sure.
Yeah, he didn't want to be thrown off that bridge.
No. Well,
He didn't want to
shot.
be thrown off that
Diane Bridge.
Yeah, he didn't want to be thrown off that bridge. And Marcus Coloma didn't want to leave either.
Nope. Oh, sure didn't. The actor didn't come to an agreement with the powers that be, unfortunately, then moved to Canada, says Christy. You're talking about Julian. As far as I know, Will DeVry's still in Los Angeles trying to get work because he was on JAG and stuff. Or not JAG, that's not a show anymore. NCIS, the new JAG. And such. So, I would love for Lois to come back, says Leslie. There's all kinds of different characters that people would love to see come back.
Oh, I think Lois was good. She was such a spitfire. I loved her in that house. In the Quartermain house, she was good. She fit right in. And she stood toe and toe to him.
Okay, so we what we just need is more Quartermains to act like Quartermains. I know Lois is a Carullo or whatever, but close enough.
I love the Quartermains acting like Quartermains, especially if they're in the house. I love their bickering. I love it.
I'm still
Those Quartermains deserve each other, I tell
I'm
you.
still waiting for the family to just be on the other side of the den door, trying to listen to and then somebody opens and like, oh, well, reading an upside down magazine, all that kind of stuff. Just classic, just classic comedy.
All that kind of stuff. I love it. And then, of course, Olivia, yelling about her cannelloni at the same time. I love it.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I guess in conclusion, Ma, let's do a quick rundown. Let's do a very quick rundown of Emmy nominations. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So daytime Emmy nominations. General Hospital has been nominated for a few things. Like for example, Finola Hughes nominated for Best Actress in a Lead Actress in a drama series. That's pretty cool. And its stage is only one. Last year it was the battle between Carly and Nina as to who was going to win that one, and ultimately neither one of them did.
Right.
And so this time, Finola Hughes is of the General Hospital cast.
I think Finola has a chance. Her,
for sure.
Especially if her scene with Peter is on that reel.
Oh
my gosh, it's good.
That's why she's nominated, is because she submitted that. Has to have been.
Oh, good.
Right. But beyond that, Michelle Stafford was nominated, and she used to be on GH. And Melissa Claire Egan was nominated as well, and she's, Crazy Annie from All My Children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Missed Monica at the wedding, says Kelly. I really think that we're done with Monica. I don't think we're ever going to see her again.
They need to do something cool then. They need to do something more than what they're doing.
Olivia does not fill the Monica voids, they say. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Sonia Eddy nominated for post. I don't know the words. Sonia Eddy nominated, along with Brooke Kerr and Kelly Tebow. We've got 3 actresses in Best Supporting Actress category from General Hospital.
Yes.
Somebody who was nominated, likely due to the tragedy. I'm not sure what she would have submitted from last year. Because you just Sony
stuff.
Epiphany wasn't up to much.
Well, no, I would think that her reel would have stuff with Head Daddy. Probably pursuing going to the doctor and maybe a scene or two with Jason before he died or something. I don't really know where it comes to when it comes to what's eligible for the Emmys and what aired when. I just don't have that sort of memory as to what year or month something occurred. Steve Burton's nominated as well for guest. Yes.
I think Kelly. Woo! Kelly Tebow.
God bless you.
Kelly Tebow. That's who I want to win. Drama series, all of them. But what's the Bay? What is this Bay? What is this thing? So last year it was Days of Our Lives, and then Days of Our Lives Peacock Edition was nominated for the 5 drama shows. This time we got Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and The Bay. I don't know what The Bay is. It's a web series, American crime drama web series on Peacock. Okay.
Oh, I have heard of The Bay, but I just didn't know what it's about.
Nathan.
But I have heard it. Yes.
Posthumous. I don't know how to say it, Susan. I'm just going to try. Thank you, everybody for trying to help me, though. January to December of 2022. Yes. That is the months in which the Daytime Emmy Awards are, those are the months of scenes that you can submit.
It's the absolute calendar year.
Yes. But I don't know when things aired. So I don't know if it was December of 2021 versus March of 2022 versus any of that. So,
I mean, we could find out, figure it out if we wanted to.
I don't know. Could we? But the Bay, so the Bay is some sort of crime drama streaming thing. Whatever. They're going to lose.
Well, I hope General Hospital wins. They've won the last 2 years. Haven't they?
I think so.
They won the last 2 years.
I'd like them to win too, because I think they're the best. We only got Moby, Maurice Bernard, as a lead actor in a drama series. But Jason Thompson, who was used to be on General Hospital, is there as well. And Thornton
I don't
Kay.
think Maurice is going to win, honestly.
I don't think so either. I think Jason Thompson had some sort of epic year last year, so I think that he's probably going to be the one that walks away with it. Unless it's Peter Bergman, he's a very seasoned actor.
Sure is.
Thornton Kay is not going to win because people hate Ridge. And that's who he plays on Bold and Beautiful. Best supporting actor, Robert Gossett.
Hmm?
He loves to just submit himself to Emmys. I'm with it. John Lindstrom,
Marshall.
Nicholas Chuck. Okay, 4 out of 5 nominations for best supporting actor are from General Hospital. 4
Well, I'd
out
be
of
surprised
5.
I would be surprised if the show doesn't win the category.
Unless Daniel Figueroa, this dude from Days of Our Lives. But we got Robert Gossett, John Lindstrom, Nicholas Chavez, and Chad Duell. I don't think Chad's going to get it. Nicholas
I
might.
want John to win. Oh, I want John to
Lindstrom,
win.
though, I really would like him to win. Unfortunately, though, like the stuff that has been the most compelling for the Kevin side of things aired this year. However, Ryan Chamberlain was amazing. So
Yes,
I would like
John
John Lindstrom to win that category as well, as much as I like Robert Gossett.
Yeah.
They don't reveal Emmy reels anymore. That's too bad. Did Sonia submit hers prior to her passing? I'm really not sure what the story is. I bet Angela probably has a plug-in as to what the story might have been when it came to Sonia Eddy's nomination this year.
Mm-hmm.
But she did pass away at the end of last year, though, didn't she? Like in December,
It's
right?
around Christmas time.
So yeah,
Christmas time.
Yeah. Watch Michael Fairman's Emmy special with some of the. I wish I was Michael Fairman so I can do an Emmy special and have guests. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, it would.
That'd be so cool. Oh my gosh.
So, do you see nominations for director?
So they don't do singular directors. They do directing teams, you know. So it'd be like Days of Our Lives is nominated for directing. There is also the younger. Okay, so we got guest performer, Allie Mills from General Hospital, nominated.
Mm-hmm. I heard she's not coming back too.
Oh, good.
Heather's coming back.
I'm with it.
You know, I love me some crazy Heather.
Directing team, Young and the Restless, Beyond Salem, Bold and Beautiful, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives in the Bay. So, nominated.
Good luck, Fido.
Come on, Fido. Daytime host, don't care. Zac Efron. There we go. Outstanding younger performer, Carrie Christopher, Henry Joseph, Samiri, Eden McCoy, and Victoria Grace. Victoria Grace was the one that stepped away from Days of Our Lives.
So there's only 3 nominees?
So now there's only 3 nominees instead of 4.
I think Eden's going to win.
Yeah. So, you know, we could dig even deeper into those nominations and what we thought and their years and stuff on a special separate podcast. We'll arrange it. And we'll put it audio first and then the video up a week later.
I like it.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. There just won't be a chat. It'll be weird. It'll just be Matt and Kat, and that's it.
That will be weird.
It will be weird. It'll only be 15 minutes long. I don't know how to talk to you without a third party anymore.
We did that for a long time before.
Yeah.
But now we've done it for a long time with the chat, over a year.
Actors on the Bay. Tristan Rogers is on the Bay. Mike Manning, Mary Beth Evans, A. Martinez, Ron Moss. I guess there's a lot of daytime stars on it.
Yeah.
I know A. Martinez. I don't know him personally, but I know the name A. Martinez.
He used to be on General Hospital.
I know, and he was also in one of the Chucky movies. Fido did the wedding. Ooh. See, we don't pay attention to... We got to pay attention to the opening credits every day and see if Fido gets the credit.
Sometimes I pay attention, sometimes I don't.
Like, we got to go back and be like, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Oh, it was Fido for this amazing episode. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I owe that guy an email. But that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got written down. When it comes down to it, I think that this week was very much positioning, not necessarily driving story, but putting characters where they needed to be for next week's epicness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last thing that we saw on Friday was the phone ringing, which means that there's something's going to pop off in Greenland immediately.
Yes.
Know, so who knows what's going to happen? Who knows when Ethan's going to swoop in to save the day?
I'm looking forward to all the island nonsense. It's going to be wonderful. And I think at the end of the island nonsense, even though I will miss his accent, Uncle Victor will be gone.
Yeah. Tyrone says, well, what if Tatiana or Avery Pohl win? Well, they're not nominated for any Emmys this year. They're not nominated this year, but that's okay. I think that I saw something. I saw a little brief blip about something when it came to Tabyana Ali, who plays Trina, that because of the difference in the age change in category thing, she kind of like aged out of the one that she had originally submitted to.
Which is probably the young actor
The younger,
one.
and then ultimately just wasn't eligible for any of the categories just due to the confusion this year when it came to what the younger performer category was. I think I don't know that. Again, this is the 10th floor. Don't come here to the facts. I could be way wrong, but I saw
I
something
think that
similar to that.
if they're going to leave it the ages it is,
Yeah.
that they've changed it to, they need to add a child category.
Best child actor, and have it be like truly under 18.
Yes.
0 to 17.
You have to be a minor.
Yeah. 0 to 17 and then 18 to 100. You know. But hey, you're an adult at that point. Adults are constantly put in the same basket.
I just don't think that storyline writing, a age appropriate story is going all the way up to 18 is fair.
Mm-hmm. Goes up to 17.
Well, yeah, if they're leaving it the way it is now, because I just don't think that a child actor has a chance against Eden McCoy.
No, unless you were sincerely just looking at their body of work with what is expected from them. Like if you are the elementary school aged kid and you do exceptionally well as this elementary school aged kid with your dumb little they stole my pencil story that they gave you, but if you are bringing realness to it, if you are acting your little pants off, oh, that sounds weird. If you're acting in circles around your peers, then yes, give this child the Emmy. Like you have to really like break it apart and separate it when it comes to content and what you're expecting. How well is this kid doing with their kid stories? How well is this old teenager doing with their old teenage stories? You can't really say, well, Eden had more depth to her stories because she's had more breadth of experience and yada, yada, yada. Because it's not fair if you do it that way. So.
Agree.
We'll figure it out. They'll figure it out, not us. We have nothing to do with it.
Well, they should listen to the 10th floor a little bit.
Maybe they should. Eden McCoy, if you're listening, I'm sorry that it got so crazy. Just craziness. And Alexa, turn on GH Twitter account. I'm so sorry that you got caught in the middle of this. Oh boy, Twitter's a minefield.
But I don't think that Eden owes it to anybody to drop out like that other person did.
No. So the other person, I don't remember her name, and I just looked at it, but she was just like this. She said due to the changing rules in the category that were confusing, I found myself in a situation that I don't find to be fair, or something like that. And so I'm respectfully rescinding my nomination for this year's Emmy. And yeah, she was like very professional. Like, I just don't like the optics of this type of sitch. So. Whatever. Whatever. I mean, when it comes down to it, this is a problem that I want. Do I accept my nomination or do I not? Does it look good to win an award or not?
So, you guys, I actually tried a little bit and couldn't find it. I didn't try too hard. When are the daytime Emmys?
June.
I know June, but June what?
Oh, I don't know. 2nd, 9th, 14th, 82nd. They'll tell us.
Angela, what is it?
Oh gosh, I think Angela bounced out. She hasn't said anything. They're young, they're nearly kids, but they're young adults. See, you can even see in the chat, if you were to go and reread this chat, just the minor difference in just like weird appropriateness when it comes to comparing apples and oranges, really. Apple seed versus full-grown apples. June 16th, says Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and Tyrone also confirms June 16th. So Stephanie's getting out of here. June 16th on CBS, which means it'll be on, maybe it'll be on Paramount Plus. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Last year was on Peacock, wasn't it?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't remember. Is that one of those things that bounces around different networks like the Super Bowl?
I used to, yeah, and for a little while, it wasn't even on TV.
I know they were just doing online only for a little while.
Mhm.
And then during the pandemic years, they just had a virtual ceremony. Didn't even get people in the same building.
Right.
Mm.
It was like a Zoom meeting.
Oof.
Remember?
Yeah.
Looked like a Zoom meeting.
Mhm.
Looks like this.
Just like this, but we got a fancier little setup with our little monitor. Now, I've gotten some comments from people who are watching, and they're very worried about our oxygen levels. I got to let you know that this little yellow number at the bottom, I don't know what it is, but it's not oxygen. So we got our heart rate, which is a stable 60 to 61, and that's fine for a healthy heart. It's actually might be even a little low, but when you come down to it, 60 is your average. Are you over 60, under 60? 60 BPM is a measuring stick. On the other hand, this yellow one, I don't know what this yellow one is, but I know it's not oxygen because that's a blue line.
And the first time I saw it, you guys, I said to Matthew, well, someone better check us. Damn, our oxygen is not good.
Because I'm going to give you a little secret, a little tool of the trade. I stole this little image from the internet. I Googled, EKG GIF. That's what it is. It's a repeating GIF that just repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. It's under us. But in it, they had the three lines. They had the green line, the blue line, and this yellow line that's at 84. I don't know what it is. But the blue line has this like logo over it because I stole it from the internet. And so I cut that part out because I didn't want this weird, ugly logo over the blue line. And so I chose the green line and the yellow line, the green line being the heartbeat and the yellow line being, I don't effing know, folks, but we're fine. You're
fine. I feel oxygenated.
The SpO2 is oxygen, says Victoria. Is that what it says there? I don't know. I don't see it big enough on my screen for me to, whatever. Ultimately, we're okay.
I tell you, they better put some oxygen up our nose and perhaps give us a
Below
little
90 is concerning,
because
says
our
Victoria.
asthma's acting up.
So, so I guess maybe we need some breathing help.
Yeah.
So I'll go get sinus surgery to widen my air passageways, and TJ is going to perform the surgery.
TJ, well, he jack of all trades in the hospital,
sure
isn't he?
Yeah.
He knows everything. Along with Gatlin Hope, Dr. GH.
Estee agrees our oxygen is low. We need to go to General Hospital. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go, I'm going to leave the 10th floor and I need to go down to the first floor where I assume the ICU is. Because we need to get GH stat, says Kelly as well. Everybody's in agreement. Our vitals are far too low. And we need, we need fruit. We need cookies. We need a sugar intake. We need some water.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a drip of some morphine just for our attitudes. So we're happy people. Let Liz help. I will absolutely love to have Elizabeth Weber as my nurse.
We didn't even see her this week, did we?
I don't think so. Hey, Veda. I'm sorry that you showed up just at the last moment for me to say goodbye.
Yeah, we're about to pile onto the elevator.
Are we concerned about the strike? We are not concerned about the strike, Janet, because according to information that we've received last week here on the podcast, there's enough GH written for it to survive the expected current length of the writer's strike that is looming starting potentially tomorrow.
Yeah, May 1st, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, May 1st is tomorrow.
So as it stands right now, I have no concern about the strike. But it really all depends on how it lasts. If it's a 2-year strike, which I don't think is going to happen, what you need to be worried about is your primetime shows, because those shows have such a quick production calendar. Like you film it and the episode is aired 3-4 weeks later. But that doesn't mean that the script was written 2 years ago. Like if that's how long it's taking for them to film, edit, and broadcast, that means that the script was probably written a week or two before then. So there's gonna probably be some issues with your primetime shows.
Especially for a new season.
Especially for a new season, because we're getting into the summer, which is when things start to film for the fall. So, yeah. So I would be worried about your primetime shows. Don't be worried about your daytime. Your daytime's going to be fine when it comes down to it. Days of Our Lives is already 6 months ahead of it anyway, or whatever it is, right? Bold and the Beautiful is so not creative. It's going to be fine. They could just recycle old scripts and nobody will notice. I'm being really mean. I don't watch Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know how good they
No,
are.
I don't need
All I know is
ever.
that I love this microphone arm. It's been great for my audio quality. It's been great for me to be able to gesture.
Yes.
I like to
And
be
not
able
be
to.
worried about hitting it all the
I
time.
can put my hands in front of me on the table and address the camera. This is good. This is good.
Did the person that bought that for you, did you give him a clue of a gift idea, or did he think about that all on his own?
So 2 of the 3 things that I got, he got on his own. This one was prompted.
Okay.
Well, it was more like, oh, I should get one of these, and then one of those. Oh yeah, you want to find a good one? You want to send me a link to one that you want? Yeah. So
Awesome.
that's what it is. But I got this mug as well. This beaming mug.
Uh-huh.
Look, like I said at the top of the show, they're back on the Enterprise,
Yep.
folks.
You're
Off
back on the
planet.
Enterprise.
And
Yep.
and the light up, like I got a light up D&D dice, which I don't have in front of me right now, but dice for Dungeons and Dragons, but they light up because I'm a dork. Don't trash the mic. I'm not going to trash the mic, Kelly. What I'm going to do though is get a better mic because now I need to upgrade the microphone since I got this fancy arm.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
your
like I'm on the
mic is
radio,
kinda-
Ma.
And your and your mic is a little janky.
It's not the exact right microphone for this setup. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm gonna get back on the elevator. I'm gonna go back down to the first floor, folks. Getting off the elevator, I'm gonna go into the parking garage. I say it every week. Victor Cassadine is not here. We're safe. Get safely into your car. Turn your radio to previous episodes of the 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your podcasting platforms. And if you can't find it, reach out to me on Twitter at 10th Floor GH. Give us a follow there because we talk about GH all week long, so long as I'm not busy with other stuff, which I have been at work and my birthday. But next week there'll be more
Yes.
dates.
yes.
Yes. In the meantime, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a comment. If you didn't join us in the live chat, or if you're rewatching, leave a comment. And I think that's it. You should go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next time right here on the 10th Floor. Hope you loved it this week, Kelly. Goodbye.